Pretty much the same setup as yesterday. It looks like you had the 8:30 news today. All right, so let's go through all of our stuff that we look for every morning, just so that we're kind of prepared for the morning. We do have a Fed speaker this morning at 11, so we'll have to keep that in mind. So sometimes when them little Fed speakers, we get a little bit of a jolt. What's that? 10 o'clock? What? Where did this call? There it is. So we busted through a lot of support to the upside. Got 64. It looks like we're already up to that 65 level. So what happens usually whenever we have this big news like this, it kind of makes the charts kind of wonky a little bit, so you have to look a little bit more in depth to the letter here. Ah. So we are at that 59.65. And we did run all the way up to 59.80. Kind of looking for a for maybe at least a 50% pullback of the overall move from this morning. Usually that's the case that we get a lot of times. So maybe a pullback back into the 40s, find some resistance back in the 30s. Let's pull it over here. What do we got? Still 5 minutes. All right. Again. See, I wouldn't mind seeing a pullback. Ooh, I don't think we'll get that 260-point move all the way back. But hey, never know. But even a 50% pullback, it would get you back down to the 155s. That's a 120-point move to the downside. Good morning, Outer. I mean, we could go straight up at opening, but I'm still thinking maybe we get that 50% pullback. We usually do. Anytime we get that big news in the morning, we'll retrace that at least half of the news play. But I don't know if you're usually here early in the morning, but most time I don't usually even try to take a trade for the first 5 to 15 minutes just because I just, I'm kind of like with the ICT thing. Those are bankers playing there. That's way out of my league. And we could even retrace this whole move. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I think we did that the other day where we traced this whole candle. You have gambled long the CP. Oh, you did go this morning? You did pop that? Wow. Ooh, I didn't know you did that type of stuff. I thought you stayed pretty conservative when it came to your trading. Oh, nice. Oh, if you got an account that's about close to blown, those are the best accounts to do that on. Usually first thing in the morning is usually where I'm like super conservative myself when it comes to trading. I try to wait for the very best setup that I can at least get 10 plus points, 10 point plus a runner. So that's kind of my goal for the day. Oh. But if there's nothing offered, we're not going to risk it because we've already taken 2 trades on the funded this week. Lately, I have noticed a trend that most of the time I usually only get about 3 setups a week when it comes to the setups that I like as far as the breakouts go. Or do I feel comfortable with funded accounts? We're just waiting for the opening. The one thing I did not check this morning was my hourly chart. Usually I check the hourly chart and see if we have any big gaps. That was the daily, the hour. Here we go. We don't really have any gaps on the hourly chart. We're starting a new candle. If you look on the hour, we got a. To me, it looks bearish. Honestly, I mean, especially if we get below this 218, which is our 200 moving average on the hourly chart. Let's see. Which, if you're looking at the daily, we're still looking bullish. This is no, we're not. We're looking down. We're in a downward trend right now. If you're looking at the daily, this is our daily. So we're going to go with, we're looking probably going to the downside. We'll have to see what happens. Your buy size is bullish also. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we can go up today. I just feel like we need a big retracement. I still feel like we may retrace back to that 21,140, and that'd be your 50% pullback. We'll just see what happens. Woo. Okay, so you're looking for it to run buy side to the up here, then maybe a sell off. Okay. No hurries, guys. No hurries. We got all morning to find a couple trades. Most of my trades usually come between 10 and 11 anyway. Honestly, it is a fairly mild opening. Outer, where you're at, do you fall in Eastern time zone or Central time zone? Eastern? Yeah, I know there's like a weird line up there where, I went to Washington, D.C. year when I was coming back. It was weird how it went from Central to Eastern, like in a weird spot, then it changed back. And I don't think I've ever looked at Toronto because I guess I've never thought about traveling, that far up north. So I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm in Central Time, so sometimes I'll say the wrong time by mistake. This is a pretty crappy opening this morning, guys. So usually what I've noticed whenever we get price action like this, it'll chop back and forth and it'll just explode one way or the other and you just have to sit here and watch. If you are, early morning trader who likes to try to take trades in that first 10, 15 minutes. I'm still only 50% pullback. That's still what I'm leaning all the way down to the 140s, the 21 140s. That most of the time that's what happens whenever we have these big news plays. But usually it happens before we open. So what it is, you can get her and do these news plays and look for that 50% pullback. We can either do the whole candle or we can just do the a lot of times what I'll do is if I'm doing the way I like to play news outer is I like to do the where it has the big candle and I like to try to see if I can get the 50% pullback. But this one this morning it continued higher, so that's why I kind of chose the 21 140s. But I'm not sure if we'll get that far down. I don't know. But we've had a good week trading today. So if this is a not really a no funded trade today, we'll just go with it and just trade an eval. Looking like we're having a little 2-minute setup here. We got a little 2-minute fair value gap sitting here. If this is a failed gap, that's a possible trade if you like those trade. I think methodical was methodical man taking that one. Yes. Oh. Let's see. We'll see if it's a winner. So you would have got short here if you were looking at that. Let's see. Not going to take this. I was just wanting to see if it would have been a winner or not. Yeah, your stop would have been massive. That's why I would have never taken this, just because how big your stop loss would have had to be. Because the top of that gap starts at 35, and your entry would have been down at freaking like 10. So once it starts breaking this gap here, that would have been a failed 2-minute trade. Hopefully it's not one of those seek and destroy. Yeah, Outer, I usually don't really start looking really to trades until after the first 15 minutes. Because then after that first 15 minutes, you kind of get an idea about most of the time if we break whatever the first 15 minutes we break, that's almost the direction we can look for a move in. This is an insane bounce. Look at this 50-point bounce out of this area. Insane. And so your 5-minute candle would have been kind of a wreck this morning too. This is just right now starting out. It's just a coffee drinking, just chart watching, just getting chart time in. Whew. We got still got. Yeah, it's definitely choppy this morning. This is definitely some seek and destroy. I mean, you can easily be on the wrong side and just get wrecked. I don't know if we can get a nice little bull flag here or not. We're getting pretty close to that 15 minutes. Eh. Looks like we're just going to have to kind of just be patient and wait for a pullback. I'm looking for a pullback into like the 21 EMA or even the 9, or even maybe at the top of that opening range high. Did you say you passed that eval, or that you said that you were down on outer? This was just a baby little bull flame. Look how little this is. Two little candles. I'm not a big fan of those. I don't ever really notice those very well. So now we're finally get some separation between this. So hopefully we can get some kind of pullback. I'm not really sure where we could. Let me look at the higher time frame and see where we could go this morning. We got an untested wick. Looks like up at the. Looks like the 380s. So. This first move may be a 9, then a little move up, but we just have to be patient, wait for the 20 touch. Oh, not past, just a recovery. Oh, okay. Ah. This was pretty much the same setup we had yesterday morning, um where it kind of consolidated sideways. We pulled back, then went back up, then completely sold off. Ah, man, that 15-minute candle was a wall. Nah. Man, the pullbacks have not been that great. I mean, they've just been small pullbacks. I mean, not really. And a lot of times I don't enter on these type of pullbacks, but man. Wow, we just went right through this pivot. if we can get some kind of pullback, we'll probably end up targeting that 380 up there. And the 380 come off the hourly here. I'm not saying we could have more too, but there's a lot of consolidation in this area between the 300s and 400s on the hourly. See, a lot of support in this area. And the pullbacks have been super weak this morning. Just 2 candles. I like to at least have 3 or 4 candles on my pullbacks when I enter, not just basically wick small body candles. Okay, so yeah, that's about that where that wick's at up there at that 73.80 range. Nah, come on. It'd be nice to see a little pullback back into the 310s, 320s areas, right into this gap here. Don't tell me it's... Yeah, don't even know if we're going to get it. Right now we're just at that pivot. Right now we're just kind of holding up at this pivot at 35. There's the sell through the 9. That freaking pivot kind of got in the way. Mm. Not even a close candle to. Hopefully, this is not a straight, just V-shaped recover sell off. Damn it! I was worried about that if that was going to be a reversal or not. I should have waited for it to get above this. Hopefully, I didn't hop in too early here. Damn it! Looks like it's. Damn it! Damn it! Come on. I'm gonna get stopped out on this one. I just feel it. I hate that it stalled out. That's why we want to break even. Okay. That one had me stressed a little bit, guys. A little bit on the stressful side. Whew. Oh, got that pivot. There we go. All right. We're just going to take our points just because that's our funded account. So my goal was just to make $100 a day on my funded. So that's why I got stressed a little bit, because I saw us pull back, retest that 20, and we stalled there. I was like, goodness. We still may get the 45, but like I said, I don't want to give up. I was trying to get as close to $100 as possible. I mean, just to make an extra 20, 30 bucks. So we'll just take what we get, and now we're just going to see if we can find a little eval trade or even another funded trade. We'll have to see what happens. There it goes. So we cost ourselves like an extra 20 bucks on that trade there, guys. So this puts us, what, 350, 450, 550, about 3 trades away from a payout. I almost considered doing that freaking 380s up there, 370s. To the moon. Wow. There comes that big wig that we were kind of talking about up there at the 380s. What's up, Andy? How are you doing today? Good morning, Caesar. Oh yeah, if I start late, I don't even probably trade. I feel off if I don't get here and start looking at the charts like at least 30 minutes to an hour before they open. I feel lost. So unfortunately, guys, we left about, what, 30 points on the board. We got long in this trade at 20. We got our initial 10, but I was in a funded account and I didn't want it to pull back and just get 80 bucks or 70 something dollars. So my original target was at the 340. So we gave up 10 points and just closed the trade down. So that's kind of what happened on this last trade. So we only ended up with $97. But like I said, we just do one trade and done on these small 25Ks. We look for $100 a day on these funded accounts. So I'm hoping 3 more trades will finally get to the payout on this account. finally get some Apex money. Yeah, I didn't even get on here and look at the big news this morning. I didn't want to be tempted. Outer said he took a stab at the CPI numbers this morning, or PPI. I don't remember which ones they were. All right, so there's a 9 touch. Let's see if we can get that 20 touch. That'd be right there almost on the top of that pivot. That would be a good stopping point. Woo, good call out. Outer, you said 73, man. That thing hit 375. Nice. All right, there's a might only get a 9 pullback, but I'm gonna be patient and wait for a 20. Man. Whew. So are you just waiting for the silver bullet outer? Is that what you're waiting for this morning? Oh, you don't feel like it works after CPI. Okay. Caesar, I've been thinking about trying. I may try something like that today in a minute. Whenever we get done looking for serious trades, I've been wanting to try to get better at taking some of these quick scalp moves off of the 20 and the 9 or the 8 that you're talking about. Now, do you do a 5 for 5 when you do that, Caesar, or is your R to R's off skewed? Wow. Insane. All right, there's that one wick that we drew out this morning, the 380s. We just blasted through the 80s. Dang. All right, so we got through the first target that we were actually thinking we would get to. Let's see where we could move to next. Your next target to the upside's probably going to be around the 430s, 440s. uh, Dude, there's another bounce, Caesar. What the crap? I'm still sitting on a funded account, so we're not doing that on a funded, but I am going to practice that on an eval today. Wow, quick 5 points. Whew. Still just kind of bouncing off that 9 EMA. Now, do you do that over and over when you do those 9 bounces like that, Caesar, or do you just do like after it breaks, say the 9, then comes back up above the 9 and starts bouncing? Dude, I forgot all about the ES this morning. I'm like, I was. Yeah, I know. It seems like we went from all this. Hmm. This is a lot of resistance. If you look over also on the hour chart, this is kind of another thing that we had talked about a while ago. If you look over at the hourly, It was right there at the 20 bounce, but man, I took this move yesterday, similar like this, where I waited to the 20 after it come through a lot of consolidation, and I feel like it struggled to move up. See, I thought that's what we were going to get here whenever I took this trade, because we had consolidation where it just kind of consolidated, but we got the pullback. I got long, but I only got 10 points. But I didn't know if that's what would happen here. Because yesterday I took this similar trade where it consolidated, got my 10 points, then literally it just dropped off. I'm not saying that's the case. I know it's different day to day. Yeah, that was a 20 on the money. Look at that, look at that 20. Like literally it touched the 20, then bounced. Freaking 30 points. These are the ones I want to get a little bit better at taking, where I almost just take a resting order sitting at the 21 EMA, because this would have been your first hit. Still got about 10 more minutes before IBH is set. Yeah. 440, like I said, I think 440 is going to be your next target up if you're looking at that hourly chart. We hit the first target. This is where I got my first target off this huge wick here. The next is up in the 40s, it looks like. There's a lot more hourly wicks up here in the 40s to 60s. Man, if it gets above this level, it looks like there's hardly no resistance. It's just straight up from there. Now, so are you doing those on minis, Caesar? Oh, minis and micros. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Get that little cushion and just try to add to it. That's what I like to do sometimes too. That's why a lot of times you'll see me like moving down to like 2 micros, 3 micros, and 4 micros after I get that little cushion. We're just still grinding higher and higher right now, guys. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that would have been 5 points. Wow. Yeah, I sit here watching that. It hit that 88 on the micros and just thing bounced hard. Woo. Oh, look at the 9 paying. Was hoping to find at least one more trade if I can for a funded account. Wow. Man, I feel like if we get close to this initial balance high, man, we could just blast. We can get some kind of entry. Woo. Woo, definitely on the struggle bus of moving higher. Looks like we need a decent pullback. There's the there's your 5 points. Man. Let's see if we hit this 9 here, then reverse. Looks like we're kind of gearing up for reversal. If that holds here, let's see if this holds below this 9 EMA. Still, we're bouncing off the top of that 1 hour wick. Wouldn't, man, I feel like it wants to continue higher. We done bounced off that area quite a few times. The 400s. Ah, damn it. Ah. All right. So we're going to be 1 for 1 on the pundits today. I thought we would at least push back up to those highs. All right. So now we're just going to switch over to evals. What did that put us in? So we're still just kind of breaking even with this one account pretty much over and over, seems like. All right. All right, this is eval, so we're going to be a little bit more aggressive. Come on. That was a big wick down to the downside. You would think we'd rerun that again. Ooh, we may not get this wick run here. I thought we maybe rerun this wick. Then if we're going to pull up, we'll rerun the wick or even touch our 50 EMA. All right. There's that wick. Oh, come on. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see if this holds. Ah, what is up with that? We're wicking hard. Is that Fed member speaking or something? I forgot to look. Might get wicked out on this one. Yeah, dang it. I feel like we want to probably run to freaking 50. All right, there comes the 50 EMA touch. Oh my goodness. So we're only up 56 bucks because we took a winner, then we took a loser, then winner. Like I said, this is a fairly new eval because we done passed most of our evals. These are all funded except this one. That's a failed one from a while back. And we're going to be 1 for 1 on the funded because we didn't copy trade them today. What's up, Ponzi? How are you doing today? This thing's if we lose that 50, man, we're going downtown. I was seeing if that 50 is going to hold up. Maybe we get a push down to that pivot to 35s and even your 50% pullback. Whew, this thing is just slingshotting both ways. Let's see if we retest the 20 and 9, then bounce back down. I feel like if this holds up here, we're probably going to be retracting even farther down, especially past the 50. There's a 9. There's your 20. I got fooled on this long while ago. I hate that it's struggling. Damn it. Let's see if we can get another pullback and get an entry here. We are going to break even fairly quick on some of these if it looks like it's stalling. Because this, I got in this long while ago and it stalled on me, so that's why we. Ooh, that was the same thing that happened a while ago where we pushed up into those 90s and stalled. Man. Just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with this area here at the 80s. So we can try it one more time. We could easily rip down here because we've been finding a lot of support in this area. So, and there's no separation between your 9 and 20. So a lot of times if those are close, we get a lot more choppy action. Like I wouldn't take this on a funded trade. This is only doing this stuff because it's a evals. So like I said, we take a lot more aggressive trades on our evals. Yeah, that's probably what it looks like it's going to pull back and stop us out again. Man. All right, so that puts us down, what, 70 bucks? Yeah, it's definitely some seek and destroy at the moment. But I'm hoping I can catch the big move and that'll take care of my losses. Ooh. Didn't know if we would lose that 50 EMA this time. Oh, dang. That ripped against us quick. Oh, shoot. Your level is 334. We probably only got one more trade left on this account for I don't really want to get down more than a few $100s. It's going to probably move on down there without us. Man, we were on that one just a little bit too early. You think 334s? Yeah, that would be at the bottom of this gap too if it did fill in this gap here at the 34s. We could also look at 297 also. That's your 50% pullback. That sucks, man. I could see that going down by those retests of the 50 and holding up at the 9, but man, my short stop loss got me. That's probably the only downside about playing with a tight stop loss sometimes. Here's your macro time. So we do have a pivot sitting at 335, and it's also at the bottom of that big candle. The big boner candle from this morning. Oof. All right, here comes the 34s. Are we going to sell through that, or are we going to find some support? Ooh. Wow, that was a nice bounce off of that area. Wow. Man, that was an insane touch. Dang it. That's insane. I used to take these a lot more, but I haven't been taking them as much lately. I don't know if I want to do it. Oh, the second run, Caesar. You're still waiting on the 34 touch? Nah. I debated on a short there, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. We're 1 for 1 on the funded today, Methodical Man. But we got the winner on the one that counts the most, though. So that only puts us about 350 away from a payout. The other one that we're red on is because we traded the funded separately, so we're in a hole about $25 on that one. So it's sitting at 24,975. That's that one I took a winner yesterday, but that one's the one I've been going back and forth, win, lose, win, lose. But I don't know. We may go back to copy trading again, just so I don't have to look for multiple trades. Man, this 1 minute trend line's holding. Nah. Right. So you still got your resting order sitting at 34, Caesar? Ooh. Oh, damn. Man. If we don't find an entry here on any kind of pullback, what we're looking for now is either a 15-minute bounce, which is down at the 308, or a 50% pullback down at the 297s. Hopefully no one FOMO'd into that. That's why you got to wait for the pullbacks, guys. I don't even know what that was, Caesar. What the crap? That was a... Oh, that's I put that in the chat. That's Fed member Williams speaking. That was Two Star News. The Fed governor. Okay. Whoo, I forgot about that. I'm glad I wasn't in that. What's up, Patry? Woo, that thing was just a straight FOMO type trade. Like, oh, it's going to keep going. Oh, my goodness. I put it in the chat in the morning. I tried to put everything in there. It looks like somewhat of importance, but I forgot myself. Ooh, we're going to push back down to those lows. I didn't think you were even still in that trade, Caesar. I thought you only had like a 5 or 10 point stop loss. Oh, you're giving room? Yeah, I need to get better about giving my trades more rooms. I fell a lot of trades because I play with that 10 point stop loss. We got a 1 minute trend line there. I mean, we've been following this trend all the way down. Okay. Wow, that 1 minute trend line's been a wall. Didn't know if we get one more run up. We're breaking out the trend. Let's see if the might have prematurely gotten that one a little bit too early. Should have probably waited for a print outside of this trend. There we go. Come on. This was the 1 minute trend line that was all the way down here. There we go. All right, we hit 9, so we're at break even. Shoot, this thing going to hit 9 points and come back and stop us out. Oh my gosh. Oh, we hit the 9 points. Damn it, now we're in there super late. I don't like this trade here. God dang it. I shouldn't have re-entered that one. Dang it. What is that? Puts us down, what, 23? All right. Whew, this thing is whipping. Damn it. I thought we'd retest that pivot again. You don't like to see down candles hesitate. You want them to go. There we go. You said 309 is where your target's at? This should cover all of our losses from this account. Right now we're at 60 or $200 because we went back in pretty heavy. This is the eval that we're trading pretty heavy, like pretty aggressive. As you can see, we're taking a lot more aggressive trades with it. We do a lot more conservative trading first thing in the morning with our funded accounts. And we were 1 for 1 on the fundeds this morning. Hopefully this pivot will hold. I'd like to at least see it hit the rerun this low here, this previous internal low. Come on. Come on, pivot. There we go. The pivot's going to hold for us. Come on, pivot. There's our first. Oh, come on. So you want the. Oh, that's like the second time I've been dirtied on my freaking take profit. Yeah, that'd have been your first 8 and 9 tests. We might not get nothing on these last 2 contracts. All right. Dirty, dirty. We'll put it on 2 contracts and see if we can get this short still. Unfortunately, we're only up 131 because this is the account we've taken winners, losers, winners, losers. We've been trading the same eval kind of over and over. So we're just down to 2 micros right now, guys. Let's see if we can at least run this wick here. You're still thinking shorts, maybe? We'll just risk. We'll keep our stop loss fairly close, 5 points. So 20 bucks that we'll risk if it doesn't break out. All right, looks like we're gonna get stopped out on the 2 contracts or 2 micros. No. Oof. So you're looking for 83s for short. Okay. And we're holding. All right, looks like our 2 contracts is going to get stopped. There's the pivot. Trying to see if we're going to get through this pivot or not. Nope. It bounced right off of that 35. Should get through this second time. All right. We're going to see if we can lose the pivot here. Would much rather had a print, but you might not get an opportunity to print. It may just sell through if it does. That's not looking promising there, guys. You don't want it to see it hesitate. So damn it. I was hoping once we lost this pivot, we'd make another push down past this wick here. Doesn't look like we're going to get it. Damn it. Oh, the pivot let us down, guys. That puts us down. Oh, that puts us down 97 in the hole. Oh, woof. You said 323. Damn. Watch this be the freaking sell-off now. Ooh. Crazy. Man, that thing was just a straight up. Man. You still looking at your... Oh, you moved it up to 414 or 415. Yeah, we broke out of that 1 minute trend. See if we pull back, maybe retest this trend level. Oh, was that a fake out or what? Man, that thing just chopped it all the way back down. That is insane. I want to see if we retest that 24 again. Damn it. If this doesn't go back down to the bottom of range, more likely we're moving back up. Just risk 2 points. We're right above the pivot. So either we're going to get a breakout or it's going to come back and hit us up for 2 points. Oh, come on. We didn't get to the bottom of the range. We're being wrecked with some fees on this account. We got probably $150 in fees. All right, let's see. We're going to do it again. Let's see if it pushes below the pivot. I was hoping we were going to run these wicks off of here, but that's what we didn't get to. So let's see if this is just a 50% pullback. Yes, he is struggling to move back up. Oh, don't tell me get faked out on that one. Oh, I got caught by the freaking busting through the pivot there. Just so you guys know, these are not really any setups. These are just, I think, trades. We're going to cut the, what do you call it? Oh my goodness. We're trying to just hold on to what little profit we have without messing up the account. So we're just going to go to break even fairly quick. Are we finally going to lose this freaking 320s? I know this is freaking bounced a lot. I wish I'd have stayed in my trade because I would have got my freaking 10 points. We bounced right off of that mid. All right, so that was we were playing the 200 there. Whew, goodness. What sucks is we done taken so many trades with this account. We've made $300, but we're only up 180. The micro fees are kicking my butt. I didn't know if we get a 200 EMA bounce here. Ah. There's the 200 bounce. Whew. Caught that 200 bounce on that one. Wow, we just ripped up, bounced off that. So now we're probably pushing down to the 60s or even the VWAP. Yeah, it was so much pressure there, but it was just trying to time it. I mean, it took me like, what, 4 trades to get there. So I had to do a lot of break-even trades, a lot of just trying to like risk my losses. I wish I could do that on my funded accounts, but I don't have the, I guess, courage or the confidence to do that on that kind of trading on funded. This is just eval trading here, guys. But the only thing that sucks, look how much these fees wrecked me on this. I made $380, but we only made 200 bucks. So we got $180 in fees. So just from kind of taking a lot of trades. The 200 is still playing. All right, another 50 bounce. Don't know if we get another 20 touch here. Wow. I didn't know if once we got back above this session mid, if we would push the pivot there. Not the pivot, but your 21 EMA. All right, let's see if we get a 21 touch here. There's your 20 touch. Nice. That was a really nice 20 touch. I still don't have a courage to put the resting order in. We'll see if we can break this trend. Right now, we've been following this trend up. All right. So looks like we're probably gonna bust that 20 this time. Ooh. I know. I wish I could get better at doing that, Caesar, where I can time that 21 bounce. I wish I had enough courage to even put a resting order there, but I haven't got there yet. Just practice with the 1 micro. Yeah, I thought about doing that too, but I didn't start it today like I was hoping to. Yeah, no hurries, man. You don't have to be in no hurries to send it. I got all day to look at it. I have nowhere to go this evening. Woo! Had a little Metallica blasting in my ear after Methodical Man stream ended. All right, we're going to go down to 3 micros now since we're already up 344. Oh, nasty trend line. I thought once we broke that trend line, we would move back down. We got below this 50%. Oh. All right, we're going to go to break even. All right, we hit 9. Dude, don't do another 9 on me. Oh, come on. Dirty, dirty. I hit, I'm only looking for my first target of 10, and we hit 9 because my thing moved to complete break even. Or I move into 2 point. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping we sell through the 200 this time. All right, we're on. All right, we're going to take our stop loss down to the 200 here. 200 even, the 200 moving average. I'm looking for us to hit the opening range high. I think we can make it to the VWAP down there, but I'm not going to be greedy over 15 points with 1 micro. Dirty. uh, that thing missed our target literally by just a few points. Now, we have not been getting many bear flag setups like this. This has been a minute since we've had just what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 candles in this bear flag setup here. $400, 25,400. This is a fairly new eval that we got. We have 5 funded accounts. I only took 2 funded trades today. One was a winner and one was a loser. And all the trades that you've seen me take for the last hour have been on this account here. So this is why we've been hammered in fees. We've actually made $596, but we got almost $200 in fees because we did take a lot of break-even trades. And if you're new here, what I do on funded is I try to just do one trade and done. So either it's going to be a winner, loser, or break even. I've been trying to stay really strict to that type of trading with the funded. So these funded accounts right here are far away. And this one I haven't paid for. I went ahead, I signed a certificate, but I just haven't paid for it. I'm going to try to pay for it close to the end of the month. Oh, goodness. My Harrison 60 here. It might be the bottom right below that 200. That one can be kind of iffy when you're trading below that 200 moving average. All right, so that was $60 there. All right. We'll try it one more time. They hit the 9. Hopefully we don't have to get the 20 bounce before we move down and maybe hit this opening range. All right. That's going to be the last of my trading for the day. We'll have to just hold on to what profit we have. Thanks, Caesar. This thing gonna go down. It's probably gonna go down without us. I mean, it looks like it wants to go down and retest this opening range and VWAP. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but my stop loss just wasn't big enough. Oh well, looks like we're going to miss out on this one. We tried to get in this twice because, like I said, most of the time that opening range high is kind of like a target when we're moving down. Ah, dirty. That's the only thing that sucks about these tight stop losses, guys. It does. I get stopped out a little bit more. Dang it. Where was your target at to get filled at, Caesar? I don't remember. I was looking for the opening range high. As you can see, we always usually get a bounce off of that location. Then the next area I was looking for was the VWAP down in the 250s. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Nice. I was looking for us to get back above the opening range here. Yeah, that's L. That's probably going to be the... It looks like our runners are not going to get anything here. Damn it. I still got the, what, $80 off of that. Is it going to bounce right off of that opening range high? Should have gave it a little bit more room. Like I said, this is usually a pretty good bounce area off this ORH. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like we're going to, is continue down. If we get through this opening range high, I would think our next target would be all the way down at the 223s. Another bounce. Ooh, I don't know if that was the third hit. I didn't know if we'd get through at that time. Doesn't look like it. Come on, get through it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Couldn't get through the opening range on that hit. I thought once we've already hit it like 4 times, we'd get through it that time. It looks like it may get us. We're just right below the 9. Okay, I gotta get off the charts. If not, I'll sit here and continue trading, guys. So we're just going to end up $200. We made $418 total. Like I said, we had a lot of fees in this because we were trading high micros. So with the funded accounts, we ended up 1-1. These are really the only ones that we really take serious in the morning. We try to find the very best trades we can for these. But when it comes to eval, we will be a little bit more aggressive with evals and try new things. Because that's what I use evals for, is almost like back testing. I would try stuff that I normally wouldn't try to see how it works. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching and have a good morning.